What is up, everybody? I'm your Legendary Commander, and welcome back to Hardspace Shipbreakers. In this video, we're going to talk about how to decompress a Geko, and how it doesn't work the best. Sadly, there is no universal way to decompress a Geko, and that's not only because geckos come in different shapes and sizes. You would think eventually you would find a way to either compress and decompress, open the doors, and in a certain sequence that you would be able to open all doors and decompress at the same time. Sadly, that is not the case at all. Sometimes you can come in and your air pressurization system will not pressurize or depressurize in some areas, but meanwhile it's pressurized in others. The only way to really solve this is to open the doors and hope for the best. My ultimate goal when I get aboard a ship is to decompress the whole ship. Now, when on the Geko, for example, you try to decompress the bridge as well as everything else because you don't want that explosive decompression. So, first thing you do is go in through the airlock and hope, once you seal the airlock, that the other room will either pressurize or depressurize according to what is needed in there. Hopefully, for some reason, the console in the next room isn't broken. If it is broken, you're kind of out of luck and you're just going to have to open the door. So just look around, see what could go flying around, and maybe check your scanner to see if the room is even pressurized next. You can flick it on and off real quick, and then it will tell you whether or not the room is dangerous just by looking at the door. At this point, you should probably be trying to head towards the bridge, and so you enter that room. It happened to not be pressurized, so the door was able to be opened. Great. However, the next room is pressurized. So what you do is you turn around, you close the door behind you, and you pressurize the rooms. That is with the assumption that the pressurization system in the room is working and that there is a pressurization system in that room. This now opens the door that was previously sealed and locks the door behind you to the unpressurized room. Then you continue on to the bridge and you happen to notice the next area is unpressurized. The bridge is unpressurized. Now, the ideal thought would be to let's just depressurize both rooms at once, but one room doesn't have a depressurization thing, and the other one does. The moment you go to depressurize that one room and try and get the other room with it, it closes the door, and now you have a pressurized room in between two unpressurized rooms. Now you can go pressurize the room you're in currently again, which would make entering the other room possible, but now you're still stuck at the same problem. The next room is unpressurized. You have to make the decision where and when do you want the room to be unpressurized. This is that moment you look around and see what kind of cargo you have. If there's cargo in the pressurized room, then you need to repressurize your system and make sure that you remove that cargo and put it to a room that it's safe in. The best bet here is just put it in the room that has the depressurization system. Once you've moved the cargo out, re-depressurize the room you're in, then go to open the door. The air will get sucked out, but thankfully there won't be much volume of air, hopefully depending on the ship you're aboard. This room will now be depressurized, which means you can safely enter it, and with that said, the next room will be depressurized too. Now, a few notes about depressurized in a room or pressurized in a room is to remember that the volume of air is actually calculated, it seems. A big room trying to depressurize into a 1x1 really isn't going to depressurize the room. However, there will be a heck of a flow of air, so anything loose could go flying. That being said, a small room will do quite the opposite. A small room can't pressurize a large room, and thus the air in the area will kind of remain light and might as well be unpressurized. However, in both occasions, if there is a depressurization system in a room and it has been set to depressurize the room, all the air will be lost. And opposite to that, of course, is if it's pressurized with a pressurization system, then any door you open will be pressurized along with it. Now, like I said, there's really no universal answer. It's kind of just do the best you can, make sure any cargo that could go flying around flies around as minimal as possible by moving it to rooms where it should be safer, and pressurize and depressurize with care. Now, I do want to say this game is in early access, and while I feel there needs to be some adjustments, such as being able to lock doors open so that they don't close and the depressurization system can work all the rooms, well, maybe that's not an option because, well, right now it's just not there and it's coming. That, and maybe even a central control unit to depressurize rooms. where you can do them all at once versus doing them one at a time. Like make my way to the bridge, and once I'm aboard the bridge, I can then depressurize every room. But like I said, this game is in early access, they have plenty of time to adjust these things, and who knows, they could do just that. Because I do believe there should be a universal way to purge a system. Now, does it always work? No, because you could have, well, system failures and you have to do things the hard way or unsafe, because that happens in real life, and I love that idea. However, as long as everything is working, there should be a universal way to purge a system of air or, well, anything for that matter. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you all enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, make sure to tell your friends. But as always, y'all take care, and hopefully more explosions next time.